CJGJ is back at practice.
CJGJ.
Well, not officially back at practice, but he's going to be back. He's going to be back starting next week. Well, Spinny. Actually, we got a video on this. We got a Dan Campbell.
Yeah, let's hear it.
The implication, the most recent one, is he's been medically cleared. I was wondering if you've got the same report. Is there a hope or expectation that he could have his window started next week?
Yeah, I got the same report, which is good news. It's great news, and he is. So it is back to what we said. He's one of the X-Men. He's got these mutant genes because he is healed extremely quickly, and it is. He's gotten the strength back. It is secure, and so yeah, he's going to be ready to go here pretty soon. You're going to ask me about this game. Maybe we play in this game. Is that what you're asking?
No, I just ask if the practice window starts next week.
I promise you won't play this game. Yeah, I mean, Brad and I need to talk about it, but it's good news. And certainly the plan will be, let's get him going ASAP. That would be the plan. Get him practicing, getting his legs back under him, get him in shape, football shape. But that's great news. And it's a credit to him too now. He's been working. He's been working.
CJGJ coming back to practice next week. It's impressive that he's coming back this short. Mm-hmm. His short of time. He talked about, Dan Campbell said he's like a super mutant. He's got that mutant DNA to be able to come back to practice after this kind of injury this fast is impressive, and it couldn't come at a better time. The Lions need him back, not just for his play on the field, not just for his playmaking in the back end of that defense, but the swag, the aggressiveness he plays with. They've been missing some juice on defense. They've been kind of stagnant and boring, and Anzalone, John Kaminsky, other guys have come out. They've been like, we've been missing something on defense. We've been missing the juice on defense. And who better to bring some juice, to bring some oomph, some swag than CD Deuce?
CD Deuce. Same thing you get when you eat strawberry.
Yes.
According to Spencer. Now, look, I talked about it yesterday because it was already teased yesterday is when it broke news. Dan Campbell just confirmed because it's the first time seeing with the media since. And, yeah, it's everything you said. Like, the thing that takes the excitement out of it is he's been teasing it so long. So it's like it's not a surprise anymore. Like, what we expect him to bring has been, like, spoke on. But it's literally everything you said. And, by the way, it's a common theory of mine, common theory of Spinny's. A cornerback that talks shit generally is a pretty good cornerback, and this is a defense that needs it very badly, very badly. Unfortunately, I wish you could play the outside. That's the thing, is like, you look at the biggest weakness on this defense. Yes, it's in the secondary, but it's not specifically at safety. It's at the outside cornerback. Shout out to Jerry Jacobs, but that's where we're like hurting the most. Mm-hmm. I wish it would help there, but hey, who knows? I think this house has a little bit to do with why you see Brian Branch like playing more straight up just nickel now. Yeah, because it makes sense. Obviously, they got CJGJ coming back. I mean, shit, Dan Campbell, I teased him coming back this game.
He's not going to play in this game.
He said, "I promise."
He said, "I promise."
He said, "I promise he won't."
Oh, promise he won't.
Yeah.
I thought he was teasing by him actually playing that game.
No, he's not going to play in this game. He's going to return to practice next week, though, and hopefully be ready to go. That's definitely a player you're going to need against Dallas. Dallas is an air raid attack. They like to pass the ball. They like to throw the ball. Yeah. So having a guy back there that makes plays on the ball, that is aggressive, that sets a tone, it'll be imperative. And I'm really glad to have him back out there. He's one of my favorite players on this team. Even though we didn't get to see much of him, like how infectious he is, how he plays with this reckless abandon, laying hits, picking off balls. It'll be good to have him back.
I mean, another good reason to have him back too, against Dallas specifically, former division rival of his. He's seen that team twice last year. Yeah. So he's a little bit more familiar with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott and his tendencies and whatnot than like majority of our guys. They're also young too, so I think it'd be huge for Dallas. And I heard you and Stick talking about it a little bit earlier. Like, would you rather beat Minnesota twice or Dallas? Mm-hmm. For me, selfishly, and I obviously get like the 2 wins would mean more to the team, like down the stretch and especially into the playoffs. I'd rather see him beat a team like Dallas. We have yet to beat a team of playoff caliber at all this season outside of the Kansas City Chiefs, who were going to war without their second two best guys. I guess second and third best guys. There you go. So, yeah, we did it, but didn't really feel fulfilling, I should say. I mean, it was fulfilling still. Still, the Chiefs was on the road and home opener. You were fucking starved for football, so it felt great. But like on a whole, on the entire season, I don't think the Detroit Lions have beat anybody above 500. I really don't. I know that the Tampa was at the time. I'm not counting that. I'm talking about what you're going to end the season. And even if the team ends up being like just above 500 or at 500. I don't really count those either. I want to be a good team.
I just don't understand these fucking guys in the chat.
What?
What has CD done for the Lions? CD doesn't do anything but make us lose game 2. Like, will you guys shut up? He's a fantastic player and he's coming back. I don't know. You want help or you don't want help? Do you not want help? Do you not want better players on this defense? Then keep talking like that. You're good with this defense how it is? All right, cool. Like, he is a great player that's coming back. I understand. Oh, all he did was make us lose the game against the Seahawks. No, he didn't do that. The Lions are outmatched in that game. It's not his fault.
Jared Goff threw a pick 6 in that game, Holmes.
Yeah, he did.
I'm just saying, man. I don't really. I guess I could blame on that one. There's no like pass rush in that game. So you look at the defense a little bit. Fuck, man. We should have seen it coming. We did see it coming. That's the day I made the Jalen Carter meme.
Yeah.
And everyone yelled at me for it. But I don't give a fuck, Holmes. I wanted him for a reason, man. But we do got Jahmyr Gibbs, most 20-yard plus runs in the league. 8, I think it was. So shout out to him. Actually, speaking of injuries, guys come back too. Hendon Hooker. I rarely get to do this because I'm just right all the time. But I said that, I think Hendon Hooker, if we seal the deal, he could play that last game of the season. Actually, do you have a video on this one too?
We do.
I don't think he's playing. Or yeah, take it off.
He's not going to
Not
play.
the Dan Campbell.
Yes.
My apologies.
No, that's fine. You're fine.
My apologies. I'll play that right now.
Dan Campbell about Hendon
Working.
How about Hendon Hooker? I think you guys have a decision to make on him. Is he coming back to the roster? Do you guys can do that?
Yeah, we got to make that decision next week. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But he's been going here for really the end of 3 weeks now, and he's gotten just a little bit better every week, which is what you expect. He's certainly he's raw, and he's got a ton of things he's got to get better at and develop. But that's what you would expect, right? He's a rookie. He hasn't had any. Hasn't banked any reps, anything like that in real time. So we're slowly working him in. He's starting to take some of the scout team reps. And honestly, look, JT Barrett's done a great job with him. Brew and JT working with him, but also, Teddy. Teddy's been unbelievable. I can go down that whole road now. Teddy's been unbelievable for a lot of people here. He's a huge asset for us, aside from the obvious, which is if we need him, he's a guy who can go and win for us. But man, he does so many things behind the scenes that I think a lot of people don't even realize. He's a valuable asset for our team.
With the Hooker decision, is that a balance of where he's at, but also where your roster's at coming out of the game and what you might need there?
That could be. It could be. I think the plan would be we would love to get him on so we can continue to work with him here, because otherwise, you can't do anything. But ultimately, yeah, I don't think we can commit to that until we see what's going on here, and what pieces we think are coming back. I mean, as you know, we just talked about Ducey. We know Mac's coming back at some point. There's a number. Got Cabinda still out there. We've got some guys that potentially could come back. Houston maybe at some point here. So. You do that, then you're losing guys, and that's what makes it hard.
That's why you couldn't keep Bohanna.
Yeah.
Real hard, Holmes.
Real hard.
Real hard.
They're definitely. I mean, Hooker isn't playing this year. Nobody
he's
really
not.
expected him to.
No.
Unless
I thought we sealed the deal by the number 1 seed by week 18. That may have been a possibility.
I don't think that's still out of.
No, we're not getting.
Well, we're not getting the number 1
we're not getting
seed.
number
But
one
if we
seed.
had the division wrapped up, there's nothing else they really have to play for. They can still rest their starters.
Well, they have to make a decision by next week whether to activate him onto the roster or keep him on the NFI list.
Oh.
So I think he's going to stay. I mean, just based off everything Dan Campbell said, there's been too many injuries. As he said, like Capinda, we don't know what the situation is with everybody. Like, you guys, same thing with Quentin Bohanna. We lost him yesterday, but it's because you have to rearrange the roster to keep these guys. So it's like, if Hendon Hooker's not even taking snaps with the second team, then he's definitely not going to get snaps in the game. You heard Mark Brunell speak on it last week as well. It's like, it's up to Teddy to give those snaps up. Teddy is right now the number 2 quarterback on this roster. We can't just give him up. The snaps are far and few between, spread around. So he's more scout team stuff, like Dan Campbell said. So I guess I'm conceding. on
Yeah,
Hendon
no,
Hooker
we're
this
not
year.
going to see him. I'm not worried
That's
about
all
it.
right.
We didn't really expect to in the first place anyways, like I said. So.
But I do like Hendon Hooker still, mate.
Yeah,
For next year, maybe.
Hookers.
If you can press Buzz B and just turn it all the way down, can you play
Yeah.
that video one more time? We get a couple comments from Woodward Sports Chat. They want to see it. Dr. D specifically.
It was nothing. JMO's jogging.
Yeah, James was just jogging. But 10, 15, 20, 25.
I mean, he's already thrown one more spiral on the season than golf.
Yeah. It's almost deeper than golf too, you know, but like that's like I'm not gonna read too much into that throw, but you know I like it, man. I am not going to lie. I am not going to lie. Super Saiyan Lions. He's a big golf guy. He says, wow, he threw one pass. He looked gifted. LMFAO. Bro, he's good. He is really good. Oh, snap. Kayla Rittner in the Woodward Sports Chat. Easy. You better come get zapped. It's too easy on Saturday. I already am. Actually shouted you guys out, I think, yesterday. I'll be there this Saturday. You coming?
Yeah, I'll come.
We just got to find a way back here
We just
somehow.
got to find a way back here.
Hey, Caitlin, let us know where. I promise you I'm there.
Yeah, I'll pull up.
Pull up. Some 8 Mile
up.
vodka in our system.
Yeah.
Just turn up a little bit, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Hola, have a good time.